Hello, everyone. Whoa, that was really loud for you, I think. I'm so sorry. Let me adjust my volume a little bit. Hello. If you can hear me, if you are in the comments, if you're out there, definitely let me know. Definitely comment if the volume is bad because I'm trying to work on evening my sound situation because I honestly don't know what I'm doing and I am not a tech person. I'm just making this up as I go. So, now that we've put myself down enough, welcome to Dancers Doing Stuff. We're still in season 2. I got this fun hedgehog sweater on, early birthday gift. Trying to be excited about my birthday. Wow, I gotta switch up the energy. Today is a great day. I have Dillon, my friend, dancer, athlete, trainer, future PT. She does it all. She's done modern, contemporary, heels, street jazz, hip hop, fitness, all the fitness. She's done it. She could beat you up or beat someone else up if they try to attack you when you're out or when you're waiting in line at an audition. She's got you. She's so strong. So let me read her real bio because I am sounding like a kooky person today. So let's see if I can read today. It will be a blessing. All right. Dillon Spicer, originally from Richmond, Virginia, received her Bachelors of Fine Arts from Virginia Commonwealth University in Dance Performance and Choreography. After graduation, she moved to New York City where she had the honor to dance for numerous performing artists and companies such as Microsoft, MTV's TRL, Camille Trust, and Broadway Bares. Dillon has always had a passion for movement, and through fitness she became a NASM, that's how you say it, NASM, CPT, and ACE, also you could say that as ACE, Fitness Certified Personal Trainer, and Group Fitness Instructor. See, this is why I need her here. This is why I need her here because I know nothing about fitness and I need help because I cannot walk up a flight of stairs. She has been a trainer for Equinox, New York Sports Club, David Barton, 305 Fitness, and most recently Rumble Boxing and Training. She is also featured on Oculus FitXR fitness app and studio at-home digital platforms as a coach and programmer, which from what I understand is like virtual reality. So I'm very excited to learn about that. And also, Dillon produced her own personal fitness company entitled StraightUp with Dillon in November 2020 that focuses on combining fitness, mobility, and personal development. And in the rare moments she slows down, you can find her studying at Dominican College working on her doctorate of physical therapy. So does she sleep? We don't know. We will have to find out. Okay, so as always, I love to hype up my guests. This is maybe the best reel I've ever seen. She has so many great videos to pick from, but something that I definitely want to get into when I bring her on, which I'm going to stop delaying and stop talking and show this video. But I just want to say something that I am always really inspired by is how proactive Dillon is, and she is a go-getter. She is always doing something, and she just busted out these professional dance videos back in the day. I feel like before it was as common as it is now, and they just are so good. So this reel is chef's kiss. So let's watch it. If I could, find it. Here we go. I think this is it. let's watch it again, honestly. No, that was great. And we already have a comment. Montana's in the comments saying, let's go, because that is like, oh, it makes me want to dance. All right, without further ado, let's bring on Dillon! You're here, yay! Oh, and I muted you. Always. Every episode. It's like, it's honestly a tradition at this point. I have to mute everyone so that they feel welcome.
I have to also say it's so hard to watch yourself dance. It's very embarrassing.
No.
I kick it out.
Do not be embarrassed by that. I'm so inspired by that. So, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. There's a car chase happening outside my window, so we're just going to wait like 1 second. Okay. We're good. So, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's get into, oh my goodness. Let's get into our craft for the day. So, it's a really simple craft for anyone out there. Because you are so fit and active, I wanted to pick something that made sense. So we're going to be making a like yoga mat, workout mat spray to kind of disinfect, get a little less smelly. And it's really easy. All you need is 2 ounces of witch hazel or vodka. You can get a little crazy. And then we're just going to be using some lavender essential oil, and I have some orange essential oil. And basically all we have to do, it's a really quick craft. Thankfully, for anyone who's watched in the past, we've had some rough crafts, some crafts that did not turn out so well. This one is going to be really hard to mess up. All we have to do is put the things in the jar and shake it, and then we should be good. There's no way, well, I'm not gonna jinx it, because I could pour this witch hazel all over all of this technology in front of me, and that would be bad, but that's not gonna happen. So,
not gonna happen. Let's
do it. I am gonna be a little crazy and not measure, because honestly, I don't know how much 2 ounces is. I don't have a scale. If you wanted to be correct, you would probably use a scale, but we're just risking it.
I told Haley before this, I'm using vodka, so I'm doing the crazy way.
Yeah, you're wild. Well, they call you spicy, don't they?
I know. So, just spicing things up.
Ooh, okay. So I'm pretty sure that this is a 2 ounce bottle. So yeah. I just filled it with witch hazel, which...
Mine's slightly bigger, but that's okay.
You need more.
Maybe I'll just double it.
Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, so I'm going to put in like 5 of each. 5 drops of lavender and 5 drops of orange. Oh, I love lavender. Some people don't like lavender.
I love lavender. I'm not like a big like lavender like latte person, but I love the scent of lavender.
There are some really crazy like lattes out there with lavender and rose and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like essential herbs like became like a very like popular latte.
Yeah, that's true. I had a lavender rose hot chocolate, I think, which was interesting, but I don't know if I'd have it again. Okay, so I'm basically almost done. Let me see if I can count.
Same.
Boom. Didn't get it in my eye.
Spray bottle, but like I'm gonna go back and probably like fill it up.
Oh yeah.
Later after this.
Okay, so now I have everything in here. And they always say when you're using essential oils, just pro tip, hot tip, to use glass bottles, because the oils can sometimes like leach some of the gross stuff from the plastic. Well, except the straw in the glass bottle is plastic, so I don't really know if that, here we are. Okay, let me spray it. Just spray it into the air. Oh,
this is
so
really
good.
Great. You perfected this too, because I have like a little at-home gym. You can kind of see the barbell back there.
Oh my gosh. I think about working out sometimes. And I think, wow, it would be very easy to work out in my living room. It's big, but I just don't do it. So I don't know what that's about.
I have all those things, and do I use them? That's
true.
We should have. No idea.
Well, now, yeah, I know, it really does. Like, I didn't think that lavender and orange would maybe go together, but it really
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Oh, I love
And I
it.
think I
Maybe
told
I'll work
you,
out just so that I can spray this and clean it up after.
yeah. And I'm using, I think I told you this, but I'm using a flavored vodka because,
You're getting
I,
crazy. It's a pandemic.
there's my
We
ad
use.
right here, guys.
Oh, yeah,
And it's
sponsored.
kind of fancy. Yeah.
It does look nice. Is it
It's
cucumber?
like, yeah, it's like cucumber mint. So I felt like that
That
flavor like mint
works.
with everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
I think that works. I think that works. I love that.
Good.
Amazing. Well, now that we're done with our craft, it was super quick. Anyone can do it. Let's get into a little bit about dance. We always start talking about dance. I'd love to hear a little bit about your background. You've done a lot of different styles, so I'm interested to hear how that journey was for you.
Yeah. So I think I'm like a typical dance person. Your parents put you in dance when like you're 3 years old, you wear tutus, and they think, okay, like come like age 13, they'll grow out of it. I did not do that. So I was in a non-competition studio. So like I did not know what competition dance was until I went to college. And that was like baffling to me. But anyways, so I went the granola modern route. I was like in the ground, rolling around, feeling all the feelings.
Yep.
And so that's what I did when I went to college, VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University. It is conveniently 15 minutes away from my house, from my hometown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I decided to do that because I didn't know yet. And I think this is like a really like great segue into like a different conversation. But like at 18, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Like I love dancing. I did have a fascination with physical therapy because I was very fortunate. My sister was in the medical field already, and that's kind of the route she was planning to go down. So I knew about it, and I was like, that's interesting, but like, I'm going to be a dancer. So my parents were like, maybe like minor in it. And I said, no, I'm going to major. I'm going to be on Broadway. Like, as a modern dancer, I don't know where I
Right.
had that
I
inclination.
was
Like,
in the same boat as you because I did so much like ballet and modern, but I love Broadway, and I just it's like I feel like kids these days are so like focused, which is like awesome, but like I don't know. I think it's good
I
to
was
be a
like
little all over the place, maybe.
very unaware of like what the dance world actually was I would say like even like in my early like 18s, like before my 20s, my early 20s too. I think I was still figuring out what I was doing exactly. um, so yeah, I got my BFA in modern dance and thought like that was it. Like I was gonna like get hooked and like in a company with Pilabolus. That was like always my dream. And I'm very fortunate that I know a lot of people that are in that company, but I was never actually with them. But they're lost. Um,
Honestly, though, because like you would fit so well with that group, like because it's so
yeah.
physical.
And I think for me, and like this could be like a bias and like, I don't know, like the T towards modern dance is that I moved to New York City because that's like what you do after you get your BFA, or like a different like city that's well established. It could be out in, I hear San Francisco has a great scene as well. And you get into a company and you dance, but then like you realize pretty shortly that like you're not getting paid at all to be in a company. And at least like that's not your only job. Like you have to wait tables, you have to either do something else. And so that's what I was managing like 4 jobs my first year of being here. And I just also was not thrilled with the work that was being generated in the city, which is kind of crazy to me. I just felt like people in my BFA's program were creating better choreography than a lot of like choreography that was like
Mm,
well funded in New York City. I won't
yeah.
say like all of it's bad, but I felt like there was like definitely like a lack there. And I just, as a performer, I was like, I don't want to be the person that has to like create. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to perform. I enjoy choreographing, but like I wanted to create, or I wanted to be a performer. And so I wanted someone else to like create these like amazing, companies, and they're just so far few. And then like Cedar Lake folded, and then like,
My
yeah,
heart.
I know. So then it's just like, what do you do next? And I was very fortunate. Someone I went to school with got into Charlene's heels class. And I was like, that looks fun. I always like wanted to be on the dance team, never made it on the dance team because I just like, I don't know, it wasn't good enough. And so that was like my segue into like the first commercial like style dance.
Really?
Like, of course,
I
like
didn't realize.
but yeah, so then I took it. Charlene were like some of my first classes into like that whole scene. And that's how
Wow.
like that notorious like countdown video came to be. I don't know if you remember that. It was like this Beyonce video. I was very fortunate that I knew someone that worked for Daily Mail, so she like wrote an article on that. But it was like I went to Charlene with that intention that like I was like I want to be in commercial dance, I think, and I don't have any content. So like what can we do that kind of would like help me propel myself a little bit forward? So I have this like cool video, but like also know I need to do a lot of training to like catch up with like the big fish.
That
So
is
that was like,
so that is so like bold. Like that's the stuff that everyone should be doing, but that is the stuff that I would be and still am terrified to do. And it's like it's crazy because you just have to ask. Like you can't nothing's going to happen if you don't do it and you don't put the work in and you don't ask for it. So like that is like whoa, slap in the face. Just like do it. Just ask for it.
yeah. And then from there I went and did I was older, but I knew I needed to be in like foundation classes or like take classes with people at BDC because I didn't know anything. Like I just knew that there was Perry Dance and I knew that there was BDC, and then like Gibney was where my modern friends were at. I don't want to call them granola, but
Yeah.
you know. So I did the ProSim summer program. I don't even
Okay.
know, and that's kind of how I feel like that's how we met. I was doing that program.
Probably because I swear I say this all the time, but this is not a show sponsored by ProSem. If they would like to sponsor me, I'd love
They
to be
should.
here because I talk to so many alumni. But that is true. I mean, I think that it's such a great way to create a community and how you meet. Like everyone I've met has been through BDC in the New York
Yeah.
dance scene, so that makes sense. I didn't realize that you did the summer session.
Yeah, I did the summer session. I'm trying to think of who
And I'm trying to
you
think
might.
what year when that was because I did
I,
ProSem
it was before you.
2014.
I would say, I want to say 2016, 2017.
Mm,
I think maybe 2017. It was 3 years, if not four at this point. Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Wow, it's
So that
been
was like
so
my
long.
big jump. But I will say that, like, because I was older, I think I don't mind giving my age away. I was 24 at the time.
Which
I
is like
felt like,
not that old.
yeah, but you know, sometimes like in the industry, you're working with
Yeah,
people that are like 18, already like booked and blessed, and like it's very
true.
like, how can I like catch up as quickly as possible and like take
Yeah.
in as much. So I felt like I was mature a little bit compared to like my peers, so I was able to really take all the notes that I was given and just try to like make as much connections as possible.
Mm,
But then like the person ends, and then it's like being an adult, I pay my rent, and so. Um, During all of that, I was in the fitness industry because I was like, how can I make my mark, keep active, and like still feel like a performer? And that's my like segue
mm,
into, well, I was always doing fitness, but
yeah,
yeah, on a higher
so
level.
cool.
My
Um,
story is like such a like little like
no, but
zigzaggy.
it's so, I feel like it all makes sense, and it's all like it covers all aspects of you and who you are. And I think that that's so
Yeah,
important because we don't have to just be one thing. Like something that we were talking about earlier is like, just friendships and being a human in the dance industry. And sometimes it can feel that like people only want to be your friend if you're good or if you're doing like that or like it's always all about dance. And that's why I started this show because I don't think that it should always be about dance. Like dance, like I say, like dance, it can be the thing you love most, but it can't be your life because humans are more than just one thing. We're more than one emotion, we're more than one interest, so and we change and grow. And so it's definitely, I don't know, I think it's really interesting to see the path that you've taken. And just also like I keep saying it, but I'm so impressed with how like, I don't know what the right word is, like not like forthcoming, like you just like go getting sounds like the wrong word. I feel like there's a word that starts with the letter F that I'm not thinking about, but I don't know. I think it's so great, and like people can learn so much from your path and from your journey. So that's why I love sharing these kind of things.
Yay. Aw.
What has been like one of your favorite moments in your dance career and life? What is like, if you could pick one thing?
So it was my biggest gig, and I felt like that was my like moment. But it was one of my mentors, Olivia Chipola. She couldn't do a gig, and she asked all of her dancers that dance with her in Broadway Bares if they would do a video submission. And I somehow got to be the lucky one that got chosen, and I got to be flown out to do my gig with Microsoft. And during that, I got to work with Sun Kim, Virgil, John Rua, like all these like. Also, I got hired as a hip hop dancer, so that was like mortifying to like, because for me, I like don't like classify myself as that, and I will probably never. But it was like a dream come true, but it was like a very much pull up moment, and I was just so fortunate that all three of them were just so amazing and like helpful and well educated, and just like treated me like I was any normal person on this gig and not just like a newbie, because I was like my biggest audience, and like these people had danced for Hamilton, these people had like been on So You Think You Can Dance, like are like the queen of popping. So it was like such a like starstruck thing for me that I'm very fortunate for Olivia and Tracy Swan who choreographed it. So that was like a big highlight.
That's so cool. Okay, well, now it is time for our first game. Let me get my... Ooh.
You know what's really funny about that is in my fitness classes, I will mimic that and I'll be like, burr, 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 burr. So that was actually
it was meant to be. That was so funny. Okay, so you watch the show. So you watch the show. Wow. Vocal exercises. I need them. So you know, we've got Would You Rather. And they're not too crazy, so don't get too scared. But they're a little weird. So if you're in the comments, feel free to let us know what you would rather do. I love seeing everything from everyone. Okay. Oh. Would you rather get bitten by a dog every time you go outside, or sleep each night in an underground coffin? Neither of them are very good.
I know, but you know the weird thing? I think I would say underground coffin. I would be like spooked out, but I like being cold when I sleep, and I like the darkness.
Oh.
So I feel like those two things happen in a coffin.
Yeah, that would be it. And I feel like you could like make it a nice coffin. Like
exactly.
It doesn't have to be just like a wooden box. It could be like one of those really like luxurious ones.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Pick randomly. I try to pick ones that I haven't used yet, but sometimes I get... Oh my goodness. Okay.
Now I'm scared.
Would you rather have explosive diarrhea every morning when you wake up, or have to walk backwards everywhere?
I think I would pick the first one. Because, like, let's be honest. You want to be regular. You want to be regular, girl. So at least you know you're regular in
get
some
it out.
capacity.
Get it out.
Get it out.
And then go on with your day.
Maybe you'll feel lighter in the day, you know? Like,
yeah, you'll have energy or something. I don't know how that works.
I don't know. I feel like walking backwards would be good for us because, like, my fitness style, like, we're very quad dominant. So, like, our hamstrings would be, like, quad or hamstring dominant, which I feel like no one really is in the world. So
that's true. Ooh. Okay, last one. Would you rather have to move to a different house every week, or never be able to close your eyes?
Definitely never be able to close my eyes.
Really?
I think like, you know, like as kids, like everyone talks about like they sleep with their eyes open. So I feel like we could still sleep with our eyes open. Like there are kids that like...
That's a thing?
Have their... Yeah. Like you can fall asleep with your eyes open.
Whoa.
Is it healthy for your eyes? I don't think so, but
Oh my gosh, I've never even heard. I need to look that up. That's crazy.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
I think it has something to do with like the muscles of your eyelids not contracting or releasing a certain way.
Oh, I have known some friends who like when they fall asleep their eyes don't close all the way and you
All
can
the way.
still
Yeah,
see some of like at sleepovers and then you'd be like, "Oh my god, something's
yeah.
happening." Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what I imagined that was asking me. If it was like
Okay.
a semi-closed,
Not
like
like
a,
this all the time.
yeah.
If it
I
was
hope
this all
not.
the time, I would pick move every
Yeah, I
week.
would say move, but I
Yeah.
also like hate moving, and I think any New Yorker could attest to that.
It's the worst. It's really the worst.
I've been very fortunate. I've only moved 3 times in New York
Oh
from
wow,
the five
that's
years I've
good.
been here.
That's really good.
No, 2 times. So I'm good. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Keep those eyes open then.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, you did talk about muscles, and I'm going to use that as a transition to let's talk about some of your passions outside of dance, and let's start with this whole fitness, physical therapy, like, lay it on me. Tell me all about this, because it's so fascinating, because I do not have these skills.
Yeah, I think this year and during COVID I was able to really solidify it into like a couple of words and like I guess I like put it as like my bio and my Instagram, but like I classify myself as an artist of movement. And I think that allows it to be very open-ended because I'm an artist when it comes to fitness, I'm an artist when it comes to physical therapy, and I'm an artist when it comes to dance because they all incorporate movement. So I am very passionate about movement. It does not have to be dance. I think for me, like if I don't move every day, if I just like don't go take a walk or something, or if I don't go get on like a Peloton bike or like run, it doesn't even have to be like cardio based. If I just like don't move, I don't feel normal. And that's something that I think I really enjoy trying to like open that mindset up to people because I feel like especially Americans, we've learned to be very sedentary, especially during COVID too, and quarantine. So just reminding people or finding new ways to motivate people to move is something that I find really passionate. And just like mobility and how to like, I guess like make sure that you stay mobile throughout your life is something that I'm also passionate. So hence the physical therapy part. So
Yeah.
I just always been moving and grooving. I don't really know what it is about. My family is not that way. My parents were athletes when they were young, but they are very like, chilling in their houses now,
Yeah.
thankfully, for quarantine. And I'm someone that's like, I need to go do something.
Wow. And did you do sports growing up, or was it just dance and then just like really physical?
Yeah. So my mom was really great. She tried to get me and my sister in almost every sport. But where I excelled at was dance and swimming. So I swam a lot. Yeah.
Oh.
So like if you ever see my shoulders, that's where my shoulders development came from, was
But they
swimming
say
quite a lot.
swimming is a really great cross training for dance, right? That's what
It
I
is.
heard on
Yeah.
the
And I think
street.
that's why my body, I was just naturally decent at it. I'm not going to say I was naturally good, but I did well for not really training too hard at it?
You had all the
Um,
muscles in the right
and
places.
I believe it's because dance and swimming just like really correlated with each other really well. And like it was part of my I broke my leg when I was really young, and swimming was part of my rehab. So
Wow.
yeah, they've always kind of just, that's like the one thing I miss about being in New York is there's not a lot of easy access to a swimming pool.
Yeah, unless you like are part of a gym that's like really expensive and fancy, like Planet Fitness doesn't have a pool, and you probably wouldn't want
Equinox.
to go in it even if they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Okay, so
So
what are some of the other things, like maybe non-movement related things that you're passionate about?
I mean, I could talk about education, but I don't know. That's like, I feel like physical therapy is movement too. So,
True, true. But that
um,
counts. That counts.
yeah, so I am definitely interested in rehab of the body. So I'm like a big nerd. I went back to school, I guess almost 2 years now, and I was working
That's
really
wild.
intensely with getting my post bachelor's for me to apply to either medical school or physical therapy school. I was definitely in between, just because I wanted to learn the insides and outsides of the body. I'm someone that like to be a better dancer, to be a better fitness trainer, I feel like you need to know everything. And so what better way than to go to school for it?
Yeah.
So that's a big passion. School. I love school. I know that's like a weird thing to say, but I like the structure. I think it just works for me. But my other passions besides movement, I love food. I don't like cooking food, but I love eating food. I'm very fortunate that I have a partner who is a good cook. So I like when he cooks food for me. Um, I love cookies.
Ooh,
Um,
cookies, yum.
what else
What's your
is
favorite type of cookie? Could you pick one?
so? Yeah, I could, and it's always funny because I always say I'm a grandma in this sense, but
It's gonna
I
be
love like
oatmeal
it's either
raisin.
oatmeal or like a toffee cookie, like a
Ooh,
butterscotch cookie.
I'm here for the butterscotch. The oatmeal
So
raisin,
I don't
I
necessarily like
can't.
the raisin part of it. I can eat
Okay.
the raisin in a cookie, but like an oatmeal chocolate.
Okay, I could do oatmeal chocolate. I could do oatmeal
And I think
chocolate.
it's because I like textures. I like
Interesting.
I like that texturiness of like an oats.
Ooh.
I don't know where it came from. Like I think maybe like my southern roots because like even with ice cream, like I love butter pecan and I don't feel like anyone says that. But
That's
my dad loves
interesting.
it and I think I just grew up drinking it. Drinking. So I like when I go home, it's always in our fridge and I will stuff my face full of it.
Ooh, yum. I haven't had ice cream in so long.
Yeah.
So
I'm
good.
trying to think of like what my other hobbies are. I feel like I'm very boring.
No, I
But
mean, you're so busy and you're so active all the time. So, like, it makes
yeah.
sense that you would not be like doing 500 other things on top of everything. I know something that I know I mentioned in your bio. I know that you started like your own business during this quarantine. Like, what is all that about? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, I feel like that's like this is going to be the famous word. Everyone had a pivot
Uh huh.
during
Mm-hmm.
quarantine. And I mean, I was furloughed from all my jobs, and I'm still furloughed from a couple of them. So I wanted to still have my community of people that came and took my classes, but I also wanted to build another community. And I felt like I needed to kind of strip myself, even from like, like dance sometimes can be very superficial and like what you wear. And that's where I was at with fitness. And so I think I like texted my boyfriend one day and I said, what about like making a company that's called StraightUp Dillon? And what I meant by that was just like being 100% real. Like we're in quarantine. Not a lot of us have dumbbells. None of us have our home gym. We don't have like fancy music blasting in the background. We're doing, Zooms where things break up and you can't hear me or I freeze. And so I just wanted to create something that was very like authentic and real to me and where anyone of any shape, size, or like fitness background could come and just like move.
Hmm.
And like I said, just like kind of just move and like I would alter to whatever they needed. And like also just like a place where they felt like they didn't have to like wear like their $300 like
Set.
outfit and like
Oh my
do their
gosh.
hair and makeup to come take an athletic class and like have fun and just like maybe shake your butt a little bit too while you're working out. Like just like be you and like in this time because I feel like the best thing quarantine could have given anyone was to strip away all the like fakeness of their life, especially like New Yorkers or people in LA where we're performers, we have to be on all the time and just like really find out what you are as a person. And that's what like straight up with Dillon kind of came for me was also like me being like, look, I don't need these brands or these companies or these people telling me who I am. I just want to be straight up Dillon and I want other people to feel like they could embody that as well and be straight up Haley, whoever you want to be. Like it's a very like straight up open blank. You insert what you need in that straight up.
I
So that
love that so much. That is so good. And I know you were doing some outdoor stuff. What have
yeah.
you been doing now that it's getting cold? Are you
Yeah.
still doing outdoor classes in the
I'm
park?
not. I actually had a client reach out to me. So I, of course, like had a halt. I was doing classes in Central Park and I stopped. And I also just needed to stop for myself because I wasn't being straight up with myself. I was doing too many things and trying to like one, financially support myself. Two, I was in the last push of getting into a physical therapy program. So I was dealing with all of that. But I was just recently talking to a client. I'm going to try to start up the Zoom life back up in February,
Okay.
um, because it's just so damn cold up here in New York. So I feel like
Yeah.
just I think I need it for myself and I need it for other people. But if they want to go out in the 20-degree weather, I will always. We did it for a long time, and then it started snowing, and then like I put a halt to it for a little while.
Yeah,
So right
maybe
now it's
maybe
on
not the snow.
pause. But I think that's also like something that I've learned as someone like, and I'm sure you as a business person as well, like it's all right to take a moment and step back and like recalibrate and like not feel like you have to like produce, all the
Mm,
time. It's just like I want to like make sure that like what I created is something that I can continue and like not just like throw fluff out there, you know?
yeah, I love
If
that.
that
And
made any sense.
it's also like, I feel like sometimes, I don't know about you, but I get myself in a tizzy about things, and I'm like, wait, I made these rules for myself. I decided that this was how it was going to be, so I can change it. And like that's something that I think we get so stuck sometimes in thinking that you have to do everything this one way and do it the way everyone else is doing it. And if you take a rest, then you're not really a true dancer or a true athlete.
Or you're
You're going to
missing out
lose
on your
all your.
opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like we are in control of our lives and in control of our schedules and our time, and like it's okay to listen to yourself. And if you need to take a break, you take a break, and you're still
Yeah.
gonna be like straight up Dillon. Doesn't go. You don't stop being Dillon. I don't stop being Haley, and
Yeah.
whatever the core elements of that is inside of us is not going to go away just because we took a break from taking some dance classes, or didn't work out for a week, or paused our business, or changed the start time of our online show or something. It's like
Yeah.
it's so hard
100%.
to not. It's like you just really have to make that switch in your brain and be like, wait a minute, I'm in control here.
Yeah.
So
And
I
I think
really
that's
like
like
that.
where social media has started to like play with a lot of people's mental game. Like I'm totally victim of it. And yeah, so that's really what I had to do this past month. This also was my first month that I've had off from any like school responsibility. And I like hit a crash point. I hit a real hard like burnout point, and like I got into CPT school. So I was like, I made it. This is gonna start, but I still have to finish the rest of school. But I have this break. And so I was just like, I really just need the month of January for myself. And
Yeah.
so I'm learning to say that that's okay too,
Which is hard.
which is very hard. It's same with like, I'm learning that it's okay to pull away from dance to focus on my academics too, which has always been like a really hard thing for me. And same when it comes to like straight up with Dillon is fitness, but also like all the other fitness companies I work for, it's okay to like pull away from them because it's just okay. But there is this sense of like I lost my identity, for a little while.
Yeah, I feel that.
So
And speaking of the companies that you work for, I know I mentioned a ton of them, and I think a lot of them are really like well known. But the one that I'm really interested in and I know nothing about is this virtual reality fitness futuristic
oh my
situation. So
gosh.
tell everyone, like, what even is this?
I know, I was like looking at my Oculus right over there. But so
Is
I
so
work
it's like goggles?
yeah,
Oh my god, I'm
you're
so
very fortunate that I
intrigued.
actually have it like right here.
Ooh,
It's
it's in a
new,
special
it's brand new.
case.
No, it's very fancy. Look at this. So
Does it
boom.
get so? Oh, it's like goggles.
You
Like
could there's things that you can clean it. So
I
there
was
are
gonna say, does it
things,
get
and it's
really
just
sweaty in your face?
it does. Especially like if you're taking the classes that I teach. But there's a newer version. I think it just came out. It's white. I forget what the model's called. But so that is the Oculus. That's like a virtual reality like thing. But I work for a company. It's an app that is so how Oculus works, it's very much like Apple Music in a sense. And so then there's apps that you can purchase on the Oculus. Like you can watch a Netflix movie on the Oculus, which I've done before, and it's actually very crazy because it's
Is it
like
like you're
interface.
in the movie?
Yeah, because like the speakers are also like here, so it's like surround sound. Um, but I work for a company called FitXR, and their Instagram is We Are FitXR. But
Ooh.
they're a London-based company, and I actually got introduced to them by Ianthe. I don't know if you know Ianthe. She
No,
takes
I
a
don't
ton of
know.
heels classes, but she's from London originally. And she approached me randomly after a Jessica Castro heels class and was like, "You're Dillon, right?" I was like, "I am." And she's like, "You work for this boxing company?" I was like, "I do." And she's like, "I have a company. Are you interested in potentially working for us?" And I said, "Absolutely." Had no idea what it was about. So here's what it is about, people, because I'm sure you wanted to know. It's a fitness app. So it's very much like any fitness app you would download on your iPhone, like a Nike training or like something like that. But it's like a video game. The best way I can describe it is like you're a Sims in a Sims game. So like you're in the goggles, you're in like your little lane. You can see your opponents to the side of you, and then like it's like a mixture of Sims and DDR. So like you'll see punches coming at you, and you throw the punches to match like where they're being thrown at. So it's literally like DDR if you remember that, because I used to love playing DDR when I was like in middle school.
That is so
So
cool. Are you
so
like
yeah,
working out virtually with real people, or is it like robot
So yeah, so
programs?
it's both. It's like so there's people playing with you that are playing at the same time, and there's like a Facebook group that a lot of the clients play to, they like go live together so they can like see each other playing like off to the side. But like it's like mass, so you don't really know who that person is.
Right.
So that's really fun. So they offer boxing, and that's what I primarily do, or that's what I do right now. But they also just started doing dance. So they have FitXR dance, and there's a couple.
So cool.
Frida is on the app, and Karma. I
Yeah.
don't know if you know Karma. He's like a big Vogue dancer. Um, he's on it, and so it's a very simple like follow along, and they like do like the whole like I'm blanking on the name, like the scanning of the body, so they like have like actual like sim bodies that replicate them to follow along.
Oh,
And
like the motion capture kind of
the motion capture,
situation.
that's what it is. Yes, so they have motion capture, so it's like a follow along dance too, which is really fun, and it's like easy for any like beginner to follow along. And like there's some amazing trainers, like I listed a couple, but Garrett and Sarah teaches at Perry Dance. She teaches like intro to hip hop classes too. um,
That is
so
so
yeah,
cool. That is
and
like
they're amazing.
futuristic.
It's so cool. It's very like where things are going. It competes a lot with Beat Saber. It's a different company, but yeah, it's very much like that. And so they just got voted this year, I think, the number one fitness app on Oculus. So they're doing really well. I really love the company. We were supposed to go to London, I think, this
I was
year for like
gonna
a
say,
launch,
do you
but
get
then
to
like
go?
I hope like one day. I really hope that school doesn't like hinder that too. So hopefully
Yeah.
like one day I'll get to go. But luckily like everything is easy because it's all online. So I program the workouts, and then I send those workouts to the engineer guys, and they're the ones that actually put it in the app. So it's actually really cool to see how technology and fitness are work together in that sense.
That is
Because
so
I have
cool.
no idea how to like program that stuff to make it look pretty the way they do. So but yeah, and
Wow.
it's very, and then like we do like voiceover work. So I'll be in like my little tiny New York closet, and I'll like be like, "Let's go, FitXR, punch it up."
Oh my God, I love that. That is so
So
cool. Oh my gosh, everyone go check that out because that is like, it's like
yeah,
we're
so if you
living
have
in
an Oculus,
future
FitXR is the way to
world.
go. It's super cool. There's a lot of awesome trainers in there, and I think they're gonna try to incorporate like more body weight stuff in the future since we have the motion capture now. So there might be like actual like push-ups involved. But the
That
boxing
is
stuff, like
cool.
you'll be sweating, and then like you'll do like one 15-minute one, and you're like, I want to do another one. It's very addicting.
That is
So
crazy. I need to try boxing just in general. I've never taken a class and I always
for
wanted
some
to
reason I
come
thought
take
you
your
took my
class.
class. Yeah.
No, I never did. I always thought I would, but it was like the timing never matched up. So maybe when things go back to normal and you're teaching the boxing in person, I'll try
Yeah,
and
let's hope. But
throw
I
some
think dancers are
punches.
really good at boxing because it's like we're good at manipulating choreography and like seeing it and like trying to
Yeah.
fake it till you make it.
Maybe this is
But
like
then what's
my path. Maybe I'm gonna
I think
actually
maybe it
just
is.
be a boxer.
I think
Forget
you
about
should.
dance.
I think you should, and just like mess some people up.
Yeah. No one would expect it. No
If you
one
go
would
on those
expect it.
non-union lines, just like take a couple down. No, don't
Yeah.
do that.
No. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it's time for our last game. That's not really a game, but it is our dun, 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 question time. As if I haven't been asking you questions this entire time, but these are loosely color-coded. Some are deeper than others. Some are silly. We don't know what we're going to get. Let's pick some at random.
Pressure's
then, yeah, and I don't even know what some of these are.
Also, while you're doing this, I just want to shout out Haley. I told her this before. I've been obsessed with her show. And so if you're watching, you've already subscribed. If not, I'm going to send it to everyone to subscribe to you. I've watched every single episode of her whole season, so
oh my gosh,
you should be so proud of yourself.
Thank you so much. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year.
We're going to get you there.
Okay.
Manifest it.
Yeah, true. That's what Keenan said, put it on a Post-it. So, okay, let's see if these are good. I hope they're, oh, okay. Ooh, these are good. Okay, pick a color. I'm excited for these.
Orange is my favorite, so let's go with orange first.
What holiday would you erase if given the opportunity? If you would want to get rid of a holiday. I think I asked this one to someone early on.
I feel like I have to be very careful with this because I feel like it could offend people. So I'm gonna go easy because I feel like people use it as a national drinking day. So I'm gonna just say St. Patty's Day.
Okay.
I don't feel
Sorry,
like
Ireland. Sorry.
I know, and I'm Irish, so it's maybe I should have said Valentine's Day. Actually, I'm gonna revoke my answer. Valentine's Day, because I feel like
it causes a lot of pain.
It's a lot of pain, and it actually causes a lot of stress and pain for people that are in relationships.
True.
So it's both ways. I feel like it's not a good holiday for anyone unless it's your birthday. That's the only time. Just
eat candy on your own.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely Valentine's Day.
Okay. I support that. Okay.
Yeah.
Next color.
Pink.
What time do you usually go to sleep?
I'm gonna say trying to be to sleep. I'm usually midnight, no later than midnight.
That's not bad.
Last night I was up till 1:30, but that was because.
But what time do you wake up? Because I feel like you wake up early because fitness stuff happens early.
So, great thing about quarantine is I got control of my life and I got control of my sleep habits. So, if I have early clients, I do it, but I tend to not do early morning anymore. But in the past, 5 a.m. was a big
you're working out at 5 a.m.
Not working out. I'm waking up at 4:30, and I'm most likely teaching a class at 5:30 a.m. So I'm teaching, which I'm working out too. But now I usually don't get going because I've really have set a great morning routine for myself that I take my time. I'm a get go at 8 a.m. So I try to wake up 7:15, 7:30, and then I try to start my routine at 8. But sometimes I have morning clients, so that's earlier. So 6, 7 sometimes.
That's good. That's good. And then going to bed at midnight, you're getting good sleep. You're good.
I'm also not. I'm just trying to get better sleep at this point. I'm just trying to sleep more because once the world does open back up, I most likely will have to do those early mornings. So I don't feel guilty for sleeping in now.
Yeah, no. And I think 7:30 is still very early. Okay, pick your next color.
Yeah. Purple.
Do you think you're brave?
I would say in some aspects, yes. So I don't know.
I would say you are.
I would say I'm brave. I think I'm someone that doesn't realize the things I'm doing until I constantly am reminded by my partner. He's like, do you realize that you just set a goal that you were going to go back to school and you didn't let anything stop it and you just did it?
Seriously, but then I'm that's so brave.
I stunted my dance career. I stunted my fitness career. And he's like, how about we look at the positives? So yes, I will say I'm brave.
I
Yeah.
think you're brave. Own it. Okay, the last question here. What is the highest pressure situation you've ever been in, and how did you handle it? That's so hard. You got a lot of hard questions.
Um, high pressured situation and how did I handle it? I won't talk about the specific situation, but I can just say that I did not handle it well.
Oh no.
Uh, and I feel like I'm still kind of recovering from it.
Oh gosh.
It's like related to like the work, but and you know a little insight about this, but I'm still recovering mentally, emotionally, and physically from it, and I'm overcoming it. I can't go into too much description, but that's been my biggest. Yeah.
That's good. As
Here,
long as it's
I'll summarize it for everyone.
yes. Do a little tidbit.
Furlough is a boop.
Aha. Yes. I
So
think yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, you've been handling this quarantine and just everything that you've been putting out there. It looks like you are handling things very well and very professionally and very smart in this pandemic. And so I'm very inspired by everything that you've been doing in this high pressure year that we have been living in, that we continue to live in this 2021 year. But things are looking up.
so I do think so.
Yeah. Okay, and the last official question is, what brings out your most creative self?
I think honestly, just being surrounded by creative people, and it doesn't even have to be like artists, like just people that like genuinely. I would say the people that care for me and like support me in whatever field I am. I feel like they are the driving points, and even my family are like the reasons why I'm creative. You know, I feel like my friends and my family are what help me be creative. Besides just like overall like movement in general. I think if I'm walking down the street, I feel like I'm creatively thinking of like things that I wish I could do for myself.
Yeah, I love
I don't know
that.
if that was a good response.
No, that's and it's funny. It's movement and community seem to be two key things. I don't know, like not mindless movement, but like I need to figure out a way to like actually lock it in what everyone's saying, but it's so interesting hearing everyone's different answers over all these episodes, and community and like moving in a just mindless way, but not mindless as a bad word, but those seem to be like the keys. I think I'm trying to unlock the keys of creativity with this show, and it's definitely been really interesting. So I love that answer.
Yeah, because I mean, like today I was like walking down the street, and like of course like music's a big component of any dancer, but I was mindlessly just like I was walking to Staples to get black ink for my printer. How exciting of my life!
I love
And just
Staples.
like this random song came on that I know of, but it just like it like made me start like I was like starting to walk confidently, and I was like I was like trying to like choreograph a little dance video that I would never like go out of my way to make, but like like I don't know, there was like that mindlessness of just like I'm just walking from Staples to my apartment, and like in that period of time with like music influenced and like the things around me, like not even giving it a care in the world and just kind of directing home, like there was some sense of creativity being formed in my mind. So I'd say just like daily life movement, yeah, just
Nice. Awesome. I love that. Okay, so where can people find you? Plug everything you have to plug. Tell the people
yeah.
where they can find you.
So Dillon Spicer on Facebook. For the older peeps, you know, I still am on Facebook because of my businesses. Of course, Insta is the best, like right there.
Yep, it's
Dillon
right
underscore
down
Spicer
there.
underscore is where I'm at. And then definitely I'm going to plug FitXR because I love them. So if you guys do have an Oculus or interested and just want to learn more about the app, you can always find them on Instagram at We Are FitXR. They're a great
Cool.
company.
Love that. And then, of course, for me, You can find all the dancers doing stuff on Instagram at Dancers Doing Stuff. I'm slowly rolling out the stuff and also trying to rebrand the Instagram because I think it looks messy, so I want to make it look good. But also subscribe here at Essentially Haley, and if you would like to be a guest, make sure you email me at Essentially Haley. And if you're interested in my personal life, you can follow me at Haley Grove on Instagram. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I think that is it. I'm excited to work out so I can actually spray this.
Maybe I'm ready to spray it all over.
Maybe I'll just spray it on the floor or something. We'll see. But this was great. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys next week.
Thank you, Haley.
Bye.